Today is Friday, July 10th, 2015, and the title of this rant will be Obamacare Exceeds Expectations. So, there was a recent Gallup survey poll that came out just yesterday indicating that the number of Americans who are uninsured at this particular point in time is at 11.4% of the population. Now, when the Affordable Care Act first kicked in, meaning the time that people could actually enroll in the exchanges, the uninsured rate in the United States was at 18%. So 18% to 12%, that's two-thirds, so it's probably 35, 36, 37% decrease in the number of Americans who are now uninsured in the United States. That's an incredible amount, and that started kicking in, what, last year? Year before? An incredible amount. And then if you include, because there are some, based on percentages, the number of children who are now enrolled in the Affordable Care Act, the total amount and decrease is probably down to about 11%, 11.1%. Again, down from a high of 18%. Now, a couple things in reference to that. The Republicans are still saying that they want to get rid of Obamacare any way, shape, or form, root and branch, etc., etc. They have yet to come up with something that's even remotely close to providing the same types of services that Obamacare provides, especially in terms of allowing kids to stay in their parents' policies till they're 26-year-old, having no lifetime caps, and also that you can get insurance even though you have a pre-existing condition, whereas before some insurance companies would not insure you at all. In fact, that happened to me with one of my children at one point in time. That has been eliminated. The second thing in reference to all of this is that I have not heard the American Medical Association saying that Obamacare stinks. I have not heard any of the insurance corporations who actually have done well in the last 2 years with Obamacare say that it stinks and we need to get rid of it. I have not heard the pharmaceutical industry come out and say that Obamacare stinks and we need to get rid of it. And I have not heard the medical manufacturers here in the United States, who, even though they do have to pay that tax that they're working to get rid of, I have not heard them coming out and saying that Obamacare stinks and that we need to get rid of it. The only people in the United States right now that are indicating that Obamacare stinks and that we need to get rid of it are the Republicans in the House and Senate, and the Republicans in the state legislatures, and mostly the governors, who will not even take the Medicaid expansion benefits that are available to them. And this is how stupid some of them are. And let's just take an example of Texas and take an example of Florida. Remember that the Obamacare is going to pay 90% of all of the costs for the first couple of years, 100% for the first couple of years, and then 90% all those years after that. And these states, basically, they're lying to their population and saying, we can't afford it, it's too much money. But at the same time, the money that everyone is paying for, the taxes that people are paying for in Texas are going to the Treasury of the United States. The taxes that people are paying for in Florida are going to the Treasury of the United States. And that money that would have gone to pay for the Affordable Care Act and for the increase in the expansion in Medicaid, guess what? It's not going back to those states. So they're screwing themselves. And this is what Republicans do. But my main point is the uninsured rate has gone way down. It probably could go down even further if the Republicans would latch onto this. But to do anything, they'll allow people to die. They'll allow people still not to be insured within their own state. So that they not only hate America, so to speak, and they're convinced that Obamacare stinks. But you see, the only reason that they're convinced that it stinks is because they're Republicans and they have to go against anything that the president is doing right now, even to the detriment of the people, of the poor and uninsured in their state. And that is truly a moral tragedy. That is what we used to call a sin. And I would like it if the Republicans would stop sinning anymore.